All right, so are you ready to really up your local SEO game?
Yeah, today we're diving deep into strategies that can put your business on the map.
Literally.
Literally. Have you ever found yourself wondering how some competitors
Always.
just always seem to magically appear at the top of those Google search results?
How do they do that?
Yeah, well, we are about to uncover their
I'd
secrets.
love it.
We've got a treasure trove of insights from a YouTube video we found that breaks down
Oh, cool.
all the ranking factors Google uses to determine which local businesses get the spotlight.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we've done the heavy lifting,
Thank you for that.
sifting through all that
I
info
appreciate that.
to bring you the best bits,
Yes.
the actionable strategies that you can implement right away.
Perfect.
The creator of this video introduces a really helpful tier system to rank these factors.
I love a good tier system.
From the absolute must-dos
Must-dos are
to
good.
the things that are just a total waste of time.
I like to avoid those.
Yeah, it's like a cheat sheet.
Oh.
To prioritize your efforts, so no more spinning your wheels on tactics that just don't deliver.
So true.
Yeah. And speaking of must-dos, let's talk about keywords.
Okay.
I was surprised to learn how much weight your business name actually carries.
Yeah, what's that all about?
It's a powerful signal to Google, but think strategically, not spammy.
Okay, so not keyword stuffing.
Exactly. Picture a bakery called Sweet Treats rebrands to Sweet Treats Bakery and then their city name.
Oh!
That's a really simple change, but it can make a
Uh.
huge difference in their local search visibility.
So it's like telling Google, hey, we're a bakery and we're right here.
Exactly. And while we're on the topic of keywords, another must-do is making sure they're front and center in your landing page title.
Oh, yeah.
You know that web page link from your Google business profile?
Okay.
This seems like SEO 101, but you know what they say. The basics are often the most important.
Yeah. And the easiest to overlook.
Yeah, sometimes it's easy to overlook.
Totally.
It's like forgetting to put on pants for a job interview.
You think it's obvious,
But you'd think.
you never know.
Right. That title tag is one of the first things Google sees, so make it count.
First impressions.
Speaking of first impressions, let's move on to something we all know and love, Google reviews.
Oh, yes. Those little gold stars can make or break a business.
I know. I always check them before trying a new restaurant or hiring a local service.
Same.
And you're not alone. Think
Oh.
about it. When you're searching for something local, don't those glowing reviews influence your decision?
Totally.
They provide social proof, that instant credibility boost that can tip the scales in your favor.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
like having a bunch of happy customers vouching for you.
Yeah, and the video really emphasizes it's not just about the number of reviews, but the quality too.
Makes sense.
A high average star rating is crucial.
For sure.
No one is going to trust a business with a bunch of one-star reviews, no matter how many there are.
That's true.
So encourage those happy customers to share their positive experiences. A gentle nudge can go a long way.
Such a good point. Okay, this next one kind of bummed me out. Proximity to the person searching is a big ranking factor.
Right, yeah.
So if someone's looking for a plumber in their neighborhood, Google is going to prioritize businesses that are closest to them.
Yeah, it's all about providing that quick and convenient solution
Right.
for the user.
For the searcher.
Which makes sense,
Uh-huh.
but as you said, it can be frustrating for businesses with a wider service area.
Yeah, you can't exactly teleport your business closer to every potential customer.
You can't control where people are searching from.
No, you can't.
But it's not all doom and gloom.
Okay.
There are other location-based factors that we can influence.
Like what?
Like being closer to the city center can give you an edge when people search using broader terms.
Okay.
So that little storefront you see might actually have an advantage over that big box store in the suburbs.
Interesting location. Location, as they say.
Exactly. And it probably goes without saying, but if you want to rank for Dentist Denver, you better actually be in Denver.
Makes sense, right? Google wants to provide accurate and relevant results.
Exactly. So location accuracy is key.
Okay, speaking of accuracy, let's bust a common myth about service areas.
Okay.
You know how you can set your service area in your Google business profile to let potential customers know where you operate?
Yeah, it's a useful feature.
But a lot of people misunderstand its purpose.
They do.
So get this, setting a service area doesn't actually help you rank in those areas.
No, it doesn't.
It's primarily for informational purposes, not a direct ranking factor.
Right. You still need to optimize for those areas using the other strategies we've been discussing.
Makes sense.
So don't rely on the service area setting alone.
Get those other ranking factors humming.
Yes. Okay, this next one might seem obvious, but it's so important. Make sure your Google business profile is complete and verified.
Oh, yeah. That's
It's
important.
like showing up for a job interview in your pajamas if you don't.
Nobody wants to do that.
No, it's about presenting yourself professionally and building that trust and credibility, both with Google and potential customers.
So important. Okay, let's shift gears and talk website optimization.
Okay.
We've already touched on the importance of keywords in your landing page title, but using them in the main headline and subheadings of your web page is crucial too.
Yeah, absolutely. Think of it like building a strong foundation.
Okay,
For your web page, those headlines and subheadings help Google understand the structure and content,
right.
making it easier for them to connect you with the right searchers.
Okay, and if you offer a variety of services, it's a good idea to create dedicated pages for each one.
Yes, this not only helps with general SEO, but also signals to Google that you are the real deal. You're a specialist in your field.
Okay, I like it.
It's like having a separate department for each service you offer.
I love that analogy. Speaking of departments, don't forget to give your city name some love throughout your website content.
Yeah.
Mention it naturally like you'd mention a favorite local hangout.
Right. Avoid keyword stuffing, of course. But weaving in your city name organically helps reinforce your local relevance to both Google and your website visitors.
So true. And while we're talking about connecting things, internal linking is another powerful tool.
Oh, it is.
Don't be afraid to link to other relevant pages on your website, like connecting departments within your business.
Think of it as creating a clear path for both users and search engines to navigate your site.
Yeah.
Internal linking helps establish hierarchy and improve overall website flow.
Okay, now backlinks, those links from other websites to yours are still valuable,
They are.
but it's all about quality over quantity these days.
Right, getting featured in local publications or industry blogs is gold.
Oh, yeah.
It's like getting a glowing recommendation from a respected colleague.
Okay, now for some things you can stop stressing about, ready for this?
Hit me.
Social signals like your Instagram follower count don't directly impact your Google Map ranking.
They don't.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's right. Social media is important for overall marketing, but it doesn't hold the same weight as other ranking factors for local SEO.
So no need to obsess over those follower counts.
No.
And here's another one. Stuffing keywords into your Google business profile is a big no-no.
Big no-no.
Write naturally, just like you describe your business to a friend.
Exactly. Authenticity is key.
And remember, citation consistency, making sure your business name, address, and phone number are consistent across all online directories.
Yeah.
It's still relevant, but less important than it used to be.
Right. Google's gotten a lot smarter over the years and can now easily identify and reconcile inconsistencies.
Good to know.
Yeah.
And remember geotagging images.
That's about as outdated as those bell-bottom jeans hiding in the back of your closet.
I've got a few of those.
It's just not a significant ranking factor anymore.
Okay, good to know. So are you ready for the biggest ranking factor of them all?
I'm ready.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay, lay it on me.
Choosing the right Google business profile categories.
That's right. It seems so simple,
It does.
but it can make or break your local SEO efforts.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously. This is where a lot of businesses go wrong. Be as specific as possible with your primary category
Okay.
and choose additional categories that accurately reflect all aspects of your business.
So I'm bored.
Get those categories wrong and you are playing SEO roulette.
Ooh, I don't like roulette.
Get them right. It's like hitting the jackpot.
Much better.
That's how Google determines what your business is all about and who to show you to in those local search results.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
We have.
But don't worry, we are just getting started. We'll be back in part 2 to explore even more strategies and tactics. Stay tuned.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Welcome back to our deep dive into local SEO. You're already well on your way to outranking your competition with those insights we shared in part 1.
Oh yeah, we covered a lot of ground, but there's still so much more to explore. I'm ready to unlock those next level strategies.
Okay, well, let's dive back into the world of Google reviews. We touched on them earlier, but those little stars pack a serious punch when it comes to local SEO.
You know, I've always thought of reviews as a kind of popularity contest, but the video we're discussing really highlighted their role as powerful trust signals.
Exactly. They're not just about vanity metrics. Those positive reviews tell Google that your business is the real deal, providing excellent service and making customers happy.
It's like having a team of cheerleaders out there spreading the good word about your business.
I like that. And the video's creator emphasizes that it's not just about the quantity of reviews, but the quality, too. He even shared a case study where a business saw a significant jump in local search traffic after focusing on improving their average star rating.
That's incredible. So it's not just about getting tons of reviews. It's about making sure those reviews are positive.
Exactly. Now I know what you're thinking. How do I encourage more customers to leave those glowing reviews? Like, I can't exactly force them, can I?
I was just thinking that it's not like we can bribe them with free cookies or anything.
Well, while we can't exactly bribe them, we can certainly make it easier for them to sing our praises. Think about those peak moments of customer satisfaction, those times when they're absolutely thrilled with your business.
You mean like when they've just finished a delicious meal at my amazing hypothetical restaurant?
Exactly. Or when they're blown away by the results of that fantastic service you provide. Those are the perfect opportunities to gently nudge them towards leaving a review.
I like the word nudge. Sounds a lot better than badger or hound.
Subtlety is key, a simple. Hey, if you enjoyed your experience today, we'd love it if you could leave us a review on Google. Can go a long way. You can even include a direct link to your Google business profile and follow-up emails or receipts.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm always looking for ways to make things easier for my customers. Speaking of making things easier, what about those pre-written review templates you sometimes see? Are those a good idea?
Those can be helpful, but tread carefully. The goal is to encourage authentic, genuine reviews, not sound like a broken record.
So, no copying and pasting the same generic review for every customer.
Definitely not encourage your customers to share their unique experiences and use their own voice.
Authenticity is key. Okay, so let's say we've got those reviews rolling in. Is there anything else we can do to make them work even harder for us in local SEO?
Absolutely. Responding to those reviews, both positive and negative, can have a huge impact. It shows potential customers that you're engaged, you care about their feedback, and you're a real human being behind the business.
It's like having a conversation with your customers, even if it's happening in the digital world.
Exactly. When you respond to positive reviews, you're publicly thanking those customers for their support and reinforcing their positive experience. It's like giving them a virtual high five.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about negative reviews? Those can be a bit trickier to handle. I know I've definitely cringed when I've gotten a less than stellar review in the past.
I hear you, it's natural to feel defensive, but remember, negative reviews are actually valuable opportunities.
Wait, valuable? How so?
They give you a chance to demonstrate your commitment to customer satisfaction and show potential customers that you take feedback seriously, even when it's not glowing.
So don't just ignore those negative reviews and hope they go away.
Definitely not address them head on, but do it gracefully, thank the reviewer for their feedback, acknowledge their concerns, and offer a solution if possible.
So it's all about turning that negative experience into a positive one, or at least mitigating the damage.
Precisely, think of it as damage control and an opportunity to show your commitment to improvement.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. Negative reviews is a chance to shine.
Exactly. And, sometimes those negative reviews can actually help you identify areas where you can improve your business.
That's a great point. It's like getting free consulting advice, even if it comes in a slightly less than flattering package.
Now let's shift gears and talk about something that's often overlooked, but incredibly important, the actual content on your website.
You mean like blog posts, service descriptions, and all that good stuff?
Exactly. It's not enough to just sprinkle keywords throughout your site. You need to create content that engages your target audience, answers their questions, and positions you as the go-to expert in your field.
So it's not just about attracting Google's attention. It's about attracting and keeping the attention of potential customers.
Right. You want people to land on your website and think, wow, this is exactly what I was looking for. These folks really know their stuff.
It's all about building that trust and credibility, showing them that you're not just another faceless business, but a team of knowledgeable professionals who are passionate about what they do.
Exactly. And Google loves that high-quality content that engages users, sends positive signals to those all-important algorithms.
So what kind of content should we be creating? I'm imagining blog posts about common industry questions, maybe some behind-the-scenes glimpses into our business, that kind of thing.
You're on the right track. Think about the questions your ideal customers are asking. What are their pain points? What problems are they trying to solve?
Okay, I see where you're going with this. Instead of just listing our services, we can create content that addresses those specific needs and provides valuable solutions.
Exactly. For example, let's say you're a plumber. Instead of just saying, we fix leaky faucets, you can write a blog post about the common causes of leaky faucets, how to troubleshoot the problem, and when it's time to call in a professional.
That's brilliant.
Oh,
It
no.
not only provides valuable information to potential customers, but it also subtly positions you as the expert they need to call when those DIY solutions fail.
You got it. And of course, remember to weave those all-important keywords naturally throughout your content.
Right, but not in a spammy way. We want our content to sound natural and engaging, not like a robot wrote it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think of it as having a conversation with your audience, not shouting keywords at them from a rooftop.
Mm.
Now let's talk about internal linking.
Ah, yes, internal linking. We briefly touched on this in part 1.
Yeah.
It's like creating a roadmap for both Google and our website visitors, right?
You got it. It helps Google understand how all the pages on your website are connected and makes it easier for visitors to find the information they're looking for.
So it's a win-win for both search engines and humans.
Exactly. And it's not as complicated as it might sound. Simply use descriptive anchor text that accurately reflects the content on the linked page, for example. Instead of linking with the words "click here," you could link with the phrase "learn more about leaky faucet repair."
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
It's like giving Google and our visitors clear directions to the information they're seeking. No more getting lost in the website wilderness. Now let's venture into the sometimes treacherous terrain of backlinks. I know these used to be a big deal in SEO, but I've heard they're not as important as they once were.
That's partially true. Backlinks are still a valuable ranking factor, but the game has changed. It's no longer about quantity, it's all about quality.
So no more buying shady backlinks from those spammy websites that promise to boost your rankings overnight.
Definitely not. Google's gotten wise to those tricks and will penalize websites that engage in shady link building practices.
So how do we earn those high-quality backlinks that Google will love?
Think of it like earning a glowing recommendation from a respected colleague. You want those backlinks to come from reputable, authoritative websites that are relevant to your industry or niche.
So it's about building relationships and providing value, not just begging for links.
Exactly. Focus on creating high-quality content that other websites would naturally want to link to.
So it all comes back to content.
You got it. Valuable content is the key to attracting those high-quality backlinks that will boost your local SEO efforts now. Before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to emphasize the importance of staying informed.
You mean like keeping up with the latest SEO trends and best practices? Because let's be honest, the world of SEO can feel like it's changing at the speed of light.
You're telling me Google is constantly updating its algorithm, so it's crucial to stay in the loop and adapt your strategies as needed?
So keep learning, keep experimenting, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it.
Exactly. There are tons of resources available online, and there are plenty of talented SEO professionals who can guide you on your journey to local SEO domination.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this part of our deep dive. From the power of Google reviews to the importance of creating valuable content and earning those high-quality backlinks. But we're not done yet. We'll be back in part 3 to wrap things up and send you off with even more actionable strategies to boost your local search visibility. Stay tuned. Okay, we are back for the final part of our local SEO deep dive. I am so excited to see what other gems we can uncover.
Well, let's revisit that tier system we talked about earlier.
Right.
Remember, it categorizes ranking factors based on their importance, from the must-dos all the way down to the things that you can just safely ignore.
Yeah, that tier system was a game changer for me. It's like having a cheat sheet to prioritize my SEO efforts.
Exactly. And one factor that often falls into those lower tiers, but is still worth discussing, is citation consistency.
Citations, those are all those online directories and platforms where your business information is listed right.
Yes, things like Yelp TripAdvisor, industry-specific directories, even your local Chamber of Commerce website having consistent NAP information.
NAP.
That's name, address, and phone number across all these platforms used to be a major ranking factor.
So do we still need to obsess over making sure every single listing is perfectly consistent?
Not necessarily. Google's algorithms have gotten much smarter over the years and can now identify and reconcile inconsistencies more effectively.
So it's still important, but not something we need to lose sleep over.
Exactly. Focus on the major platforms like Google Business Profile, Yelp, and any industry-specific directories that are relevant to your business.
Got it. Quality over quantity when it comes to citations.
Okay.
What are those super specific categories within Google Business Profile? Remember you mentioned that choosing the right ones is like hitting the jackpot.
It's true. Your primary category is especially important. It tells Google the core of what your business is all about. So if you're a bakery, don't just choose food as your category.
Be more specific. Like bakery or even cupcake shop if that's your specialty.
Exactly, and don't forget about those additional categories. Max those out. Choose every category that accurately reflects your services.
So it's like giving Google a detailed map of everything your business offers, making it easier for them to connect you with the right customers.
Now, let's talk about something that often gets lost in the SEO shuffle, mobile optimization.
Mobile optimization. I feel like that's a whole other deep dive waiting to happen.
It is, but the key takeaway here is that Google prioritizes mobile-friendly websites in its search results, especially for local searches.
Which makes sense. Everyone's on their phones these days.
Exactly. Think about your own behavior when you're searching for something local on your phone. Are you more likely to click on a website that's easy to navigate and read on a small screen? Or one that's like clunky and frustrating?
Definitely the mobile-friendly one. Nobody wants to be squinting and zooming in just to read a website.
Exactly. So make sure your website is responsive, meaning it adapts to different screen sizes. Make sure your text is large enough to read comfortably on a small screen and that your buttons are easy to tap with a finger.
Okay, got it. Mobile optimization is crucial for a smooth user experience and for keeping Google happy.
Now, before we wrap up this whole local SEO extravaganza, I want to leave you with one final thought. The SEO landscape is constantly changing.
Oh, you're telling me it feels like there's a new algorithm update every week?
It can feel that way, but don't let that discourage you. The fundamentals we've discussed today will always be relevant.
So focus on building a strong foundation. Stay curious, keep learning, and don't be afraid to adapt.
Exactly. And remember, there's a wealth of resources available to help you on your SEO journey. Check out the blog post linked in the description for even more tips and strategies to take your local SEO game to the next level.
Awesome. And on that note, we've reached the end of our local SEO deep dive. We hope you enjoyed this journey as much as we have. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint, so be patient, persistent, and never stop learning. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive into the world of digital marketing.